Hi Pokefans, welcome back to part 11 of my Pokemon Violet Nuzlocke challenge. Last episode we went ahead and defeated the final Titan Pokemon and caught a couple of Wild Terra Pokemons to add to our team. It's definitely been pretty exciting till now, and today we'll be going ahead and challenging the final Team Star crew, which is the Fighting Crew, and I think I'm ready for the challenge. Well, I've already made my way to where the Fighting Crew is, so all we have to do is move on forward and get the cutscenes, start the battle with them. As usual, we do have both Clive and Nemona talking to us as soon as we get near the gate. In this case, it seems like we have both of them right here, and we are just discussing on the topic of strategy against the team. As far as the Fighting Crew goes, as long as you have a Psychic type Pokemon as well as a Flying type team member, I think you'll be able to defeat them. But as far as I know, this is the last Team Star crew, so definitely it will be pretty strong. In my case, since I do have to only choose Wild Terra Pokemons, I do have a couple of them I could use, but I'm not really sure if it's gonna be an easy battle like the others have been. Right here, my Fraction is actually evolving into Hexorus. This is quite handy for the upcoming battle as well. Now, as you might know, the last Team Star crew will have Pokemons around level 55. So definitely if you have a Pokemon at least around 55 or 56, you'll have an easier time against them. Since I do have my team members completely trained up, I think I'm ready for this. So let's make our way over there and I think talk to the grunts at the gate. As far as I remember, we have another cutscene. This one is gonna be with Clive as well as Eri, who is the boss of this crew. Apparently she believes that she has to protect all the team members, so she is gonna be guarding the gate. Thankfully for us, we are not gonna be battling her right here, which is really good. It seems like a team grunt who is named Carmine, who is apparently the best friend of Eddie, is actually going to be battling us. So let me skip this cutscene and go to the battle directly. Now Carmine right here, just like the other grunts, will have a Pokemon around level 55. But of course it's going to be unevolved, so it's pretty easy for us to actually defeat. She starts with a Krogunk, and in my case I went with Talonflame. Now I don't think I want to start the battle against Eddie with Talonflame, so I do still have to kind of switch my team members. But for this current battle, I think having Talonflame up in front is pretty easy. Alright, there we go. You know, now that I see my team members, maybe I do have to level a couple of them up a bit more. My team is currently around level 57, but some of my team members are still kind of under level. So I do have to kind of trim them up. The second one is a Primate, and in my case, since I do have a chance of using Slowbro in this game, I can actually go ahead and use Psychic to it. I think this is the first time I'm seeing how powerful a Slowbro is. I've never actually used this before, not even for the 7-star raids, so I never knew how good it is. But this Pokemon is just amazing. I really like its special attack stat as well. Anyway, we were able to defeat Carmen, which means that she'll go ahead and notify her team member that we are coming. Alright, let's get ready for the final showdown. I'll quickly heal up my team members and come back here. Of course, as soon as she runs away, we have a small cutscene with Cassiopeia right here. Basically, the conversation we are having here is the fact how Eri was standing outside, but thankfully we didn't have to battle her, and we do have to challenge the crew members before we get to see her again. Alright, I am finally ready for the battle. As you can see, I have leveled up my team members a bit more, and I think I'm ready for this one. I'm a bit nervous. I'm not really sure how this is gonna go. But as far as the strategy goes, I think I'll still be able to kind of take her down without losing my team members. Of course, nothing is guaranteed considering that we had some, I guess, very surprising crit hits before, and I have lost my team members on it. So I am a bit worried, but let's see how this challenge goes. As usual, I will be trying to defeat 30 Pokemons within 1 minute. But I think it will be a bit difficult in this terrain, especially since it's a mountain, and if I don't direct my Pokemons against the team members here, I don't think they'll be able to kind of take down the opponents. I have seen some of my team members kind of skipping some of them, so I'm just looking around, making sure that they're all taken down before we move on. Not bad. We're definitely much slower than the other ones. Maybe it's because the Pokemons are quite higher in level that I am actually taking some time kind of to defeat them. As you can see, it's almost a minute and we haven't really done even half of them. The 3 Pokemons that I did choose was Slowbro, my Talonflame and my Corviknight. All 3 of them have super effective moves against a fighting type Pokemon. So we'll definitely have a better chance of kind of taking these Pokemons down. Okay, we are past 1 minute, but I think it's pretty fine. We are seeing quite a few of the fighting type Pokemons, which is pretty rare to see around. Hopefully I'll be able to take them down pretty soon. It's almost crossing 1 minute 30 seconds. 3 more Pokemons left. I think we'll be able to end it right here. And there we go. We have won. Alright, that means we are able to finally challenge Eri. By the way, Eri is the strongest Team Star boss. So definitely you do have to kind of go with a strategy. At least that's what I would personally recommend. In my case, I do have a strategy, but I want to see if it will actually work. Hopefully it does. Here she is. Pretty cool. Personally, I do have to say I like the background music for all of these Team Star members. Or Team Star boss battles, I guess. But of course, here she is. Pretty cool. I think her automobile color is also pretty nice. It's an orangish color. As usual, she will start the fight with a Toxicroak. Now if you have a very strong Psychic type team member and a very fast one too, I think you'll be able to take it down. There is a drawback to this because it does have Sucker Punch, which is a really powerful dark type move and will move faster than you, so you probably will get hit by it. In my case, that's the main reason why I went with Corviknight here. I think it's the best Pokemon to kind of go down it, since it does not get affected by dark type moves. Not bad, we almost took down the Toxicroak in 1 hit. For the second turn, with the Quick Claw, I was able to move faster and take it down. So there we have it, that is the first Pokemon of Eri. Next up is Enilape. Enilape is a tricky Pokemon to take down. It definitely knows a really good moveset. As far as I've seen it use Rage Fist, and I believe it has Ice Punch in its moveset as well. Probably a Close Combat, which is the powerful fighting type move. It's definitely a tricky Pokemon to take down. Unless your Pokemon is very over leveled, I think it will still survive a turn. And you do have to survive a turn as well. In my case, I went with my Azumarill. It does have Play Rough, which is a really good move against Enilape. And I think I will be able to take it down with 2 turns. For the first turn, it went with Ice Punch, which was quite lucky. And I didn't really realize that apparently my Azumarill does not really have that good of an attack. That is pretty bad. I guess the only way for me to kind of defeat it is to slice my Azumarill and go with it. As you might know, Azumarill is the Pokemon that I do want to go up with for the final automobile as well. And that's the main reason why I did kind of slice it here. But let's see how this goes. Alright, so the second turn it went with Fire Punch. So I guess that is the fourth move which I did miss to mention before. Now this battle would have gone a bit better. I could have kind of avoided this last turn if I did kind of Terastallize in the first turn itself. Either way, I'm not too worried about the damage. Azumarill here also has leftovers, so it will definitely gain its health back. There we go, that is the second Pokemon. Let's see which one is up next. Up next is Pessimian. So definitely it's just a pure fighting type. As long as you have a flying type or a psychic type for this one, it's pretty easy to take down. In my case, I went back with Corviknight. I'm pretty sure that I will survive at least one close combat before I can actually take it down. Alright, let me go with Drill Peck. As predicted, it did go with close combat, but seems like I might have to switch out for the next turn. Sadly, I wasn't able to one-shot it. I did guess it midway through the battle. Let me switch out to another team member. In this case, I did go ahead and switch into my Haxorus, who can definitely tank a close combat. Although all I'm hoping is that I'm faster than her team member, of course. Okay, I wasn't expecting to get that big of a damage, but oh well, hopefully we are faster and we will be able to take it down. Lucky my Haxorus is faster and I did actually survive this turn. That's the third team member. The fourth one is a Lucario. This is definitely very tricky. For Lucario, I just went with Talonflame. I feel like fire type moves are way better to deal with it rather than, I guess, using a flying or psychic type. Let's see if we can take this one down at least in 2 turns. I was also able to find a TM for Flamethrower in my bag, so I went ahead and taught it to my Talonflame. As you can see, that definitely did a way better damage than Flame Charge would have. And of course, we were able to take it down. So that is the 4th team member. It's definitely been an exciting battle. Finally, she's gonna be bringing out her automobile right here, which is her Reverum. As usual, it will have a fighting type move called Fighting Talk. Pretty cool. And as you might always know, for the last turn, you really can't switch out your team member. So I'm kind of stuck with Talonflame here. Although I think it's a good thing considering that Air Slash definitely did a lot of damage. The one kind of issue here is the fact that each time you use a physical move or make contact with that Pokemon, the Automobile or the Starmobile here will actually have its defense used. So you do have only a set of turns to kind of take it down before it starts raising its defense too much, and then it becomes a bit difficult to take it down. For the second turn, I went with Flamethrower, and this time apparently its stamina is up. I think when they say stamina, it might be their attack. Since I wasn't able to take it down with my Talonflame, I went ahead and switched into my Azumarill. Not bad, it did went with Combat Talk right there, and my Azumarill was able to resist it. As you might have seen, I've actually taught Azumarill Terra Blast. Terra Blast is an amazing TM, and I think we had a recent video for Mystery Gift on it as well. If you haven't watched that video, go ahead and check it out. I'll put the link right here. But of course, with Terra Blast, I am able to do way more damage on the Starmobile. As you can see here, I almost took it down. That was pretty amazing. In the next turn, definitely will be taking it down, and I think this battle went way better than I thought it would. I was really worried that I might not be able to take it down considering it's at level 56. But since my Azumarill right here was able to level up a bit more, I was able to definitely take this one down. Alright, so there we have it. That is the last Team Star leader or Team Star boss that we had to defeat. Pretty cool. Definitely it has been a really good journey for this one. The only thing left for me to do is go ahead and challenge all the bosses. I mean, we do have to challenge Cassiopeia, challenge Irwin, and also take the champion assessment. These are definitely the ones only left. I know that the Nuzlocke challenge journey is gonna be coming to an end pretty soon, but this has been really amazing. Let me quickly go ahead and skip out all of these cutscenes. We do have a couple of them, and I have a few more wild Terra Pokemons to catch, so let's quickly go ahead and catch them as well. Alright, here we are. This is the first one, and it's much closer to the initial open sky Titan area. It's actually right across a hill, and we do have a very nice Terra Pokemon right here. I really like Tinktuff, and I think Tinkton is an amazing team member as well. But I'm not really sure if I can add a dark type Pokemon to my team yet. Either way, it's nice to have this one in my team. Alright, seems like I do have my Covenite up in front, who does know a fighting type move. So let me quickly go ahead and Terrasilize it and catch this one. The only thing that I think is a bit of an issue is the fact that I do have to kind of level it up. It is gonna be around level 37, I think. So if I do want to add it to my team at this point, I do have to train it up to level 62. Alright, there we go. We are able to easily take its transformation down in one hit. Let me quickly go ahead and catch it. I think there is one more Pokemon left to catch, so I'll make my way to there after this one. I've also been thinking of catching a Mimikyu and switching out Azumarill for it. It feels kind of redundant having both Slowbro and Azumarill in my team. As for my Talonflame and Covenite right here, I think it's fine. Covenite is definitely a steel type Pokemon. And I do need a fire type Pokemon in my team, so it's a bit difficult for me to switch out Covenite or Talonflame. So probably I'll still have around 2 flying type in my team. There we go, we have caught it. I did try catching it with a Great Ball, but it didn't really work out. Finally, the Ultra Ball did work. Let me quickly go ahead and name this one. No matter how many times I play this game, I really like having Tinktuff in my team, and that is the main reason why I'm trying to avoid it here. I feel like it just becomes redundant having the same Pokemon. But I do have to say Tinktuff is definitely one of the best fairy type Pokemon to use in this game. I think it's one of my favorite new Pokemons as well, out of all the new Pokemons that have been released for this game. Right next to Glacido Mountain, you'll be able to find a Ursaring. This is nice, but Ursaring right here also has a flying Terra type. Not something I really want to add to my team considering I already have 2 flying types. But in case if I do lose one of my team member while fighting against Penny or Irwin, I think Ursaring will be a really good replacement. Now it is at level 44, so I do have to train it up a bit more. But for now, I'll place this one in the box, and maybe when we do need a flying type, probably I'll bring it out at that point. I think the only thing I found a bit difficult in this Nuzlocke challenge is the fact that I constantly had to level up my team members, and it's a bit difficult if you have to kind of run around the whole time battling different trainers. I also found the strategy of just trying to complete the terror raids. That actually helped me in leveling up most of my team members, just because of the fact that we get a lot of experience candy in them. Either way, it seems like we are able to catch the Ursaring as well. Pretty nice. Now that we have caught it, I think this is a really good place for me to end out this episode. I know it's a bit small, but we do have a lot of stuff coming up for the next episodes. In the next one, I am actually going to go ahead and try to see if I can defeat Irving as well as Penny. Hopefully, we'll have those done without any casualties. Alright, thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed these videos. If you'd like to support me more, check out the links in my description. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.